I want me some glory hole.
Oh, yeah. Hello, welcome to the Football Glory Hole Recap Podcast for your wild card weekend. I'm your host, Stevens, and I'm joined here, as always, by my good buddy Longhorn. Well, listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, SoundCloud, Spreaker. Watch us live on Facebook, on YouTube, live on Instagram, live any way you can afford it. Each and every Glory Hole. Thank you for tuning in this week. All right, boys and girls, you know what we do. It's the good, the bad, and the hard. Kidding me?
Now it's time. And now it's time for the good.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Well, that's just fucking great. That's just fucking great.
The bad.
Is this bad? Is this bad?
Well, that's fucking not good.
And the are you fucking kidding me?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Are you fucking kidding me?
God damn it, are you fucking with me?
This week we're going to change up the format a little bit. We had action on every game. We waited till tonight to do this just so we could go over every game. So we'll just go over them in chronological order. As far as the good, your boy Bo Stevens had a great fucking weekend. 6-1 on the free picks I gave out on the podcast. 4-2 to the clients. Good fucking wild card weekend for me.
Yeah, it was good.
Start off with Carolina. Also those Rams. I said I had Carolina covered. I gave that out to the clients. Plus 11. Got it plus 10.5. You were just fine. In fact, Carolina came within a cut here of actually winning that game. If Stafford doesn't throw that fucking beautiful ball to that side end, if that kid doesn't make that catch, yikes. They're going out in the first round. And it was almost the exact same score, Longhorn, as the first time these two teams played. Now, the big difference in this one, and I said my fear on the podcast was, it wasn't even a fear. I knew we weren't going to get a 3-0 turnover look again. That doesn't happen twice. In fact, the turnovers went the other way. Carolina had two, the Rams only had one. So we got the unlucky part, which really balances out. And I said if that happens, I still thought Carolina, as long as it wasn't too bad, could hang in, the game, cover the 11. They did that. They did more than that, though. This game, the first game wasn't close. And stats-wise, this one was really close. Now, the Rams did win the stats. They did deserve the win. However, again, very close game. The free pick I gave out on this one was, I said I thought Jalen Coker had a favorable matchup here. He had a good game the first game. Let's see. I gave him out over 2.5 catches. He caught 9 balls for 134 yards and a touchdown. I'd say he's got a favorable matchup against these Rams. He was pretty much the star of the fucking show. I said Bryce Young would struggle. He did. I said Carolina would run the ball. They struggled to run the ball as well. They did. Now, where I was wrong, though, Longhorn, the Rams, I thought they had a little bit of a plus matchup on the running game. They only ran for 4 yards a carry. They struggled to run the ball all day long. I said Stafford would be fine. He was. He did have the one interception. I know he hurt his thumb or finger or something. But still, 7.2 yards an attempt, 300 yards. He wasn't as sharp as he ever was, but he was good enough to win that game. And when it really fucking mattered, he made the throw to win the game and move on. Now, as far as next year goes for Carolina, look, it is what it is. You got Bryce Young as your quarterback. You're limited there. But overall, Longhorn, you've been telling us about this roster for a while. It's not bad, man. It's not a bad roster. They're not a good football team, but they're trending towards being possibly a good football team. Quarterback, you're going to have to make a decision whether you pay him or not. I don't think there's any way you can, but whatever. We see these teams do stupid shit all the time. But Canales can absolutely coach. I think they got the right guy there. They got some pieces in place to move forward. We'll see them next year. Thank God we don't have to see Bryce Young on our television anymore until September. But the Rams do move on, Longhorn. I don't know what your thoughts are on this game. Look, I'm not going to say they got fortunate to win. They did deserve to win by the stats, but it did take that throw and that catch in the end for them to win this football game.
Yeah, I think you said it all. With as far as the game goes, I mean, there's nothing really I can add to any of that. I mean, I don't know when Bryce Young is. When is that class due to be paid? I'm not. I mean, they usually get maybe a year early if they show that they're worth it. I mean, he hasn't shown that he's worth it, so he seems like the type of guy that's going to have to wait all the way to the end. Maybe even play the 5th year. I mean, that gets a little dicey
that's his 3rd season this year, so next year's 4. So he's going into his. They're going to have to either pick up his option or not.
Yeah, they'll pick it up. He just showed you in this game that he's improved enough to like go toe to toe with one of the better quarterbacks in the league, and that was a big question mark coming in. We talked about first time starters in the playoffs. We'll get into that in later games, but Bryce Young stepped right up. And, his stats aren't like amazing, or anything like that. But I mean, look, you know what you have with Bryce Young. You got limitations. You're going to have to build around him. He's going to be the trailer, not the truck. I mean, I don't think unless they're delusional, I don't think they drafted him thinking this guy. Now we got John Elway, or now we got, like.
Well, they definitely had high hopes. They had to trade like 2 years worth of picks to get this guy
because they were desperate. So like. I mean, a desperate team is not going to like let a Bryce Young walk. A smart team would, and we've talked about that for years and years and years. So it's just there's a difference between like what we would do and what versus what most teams do. They're going to pay him, so just forget about that. As far as building for the future, I mean, fuck, dude. With Tet and Coker's a young player. He came on a little bit last year and was hurt at the beginning of this year. You can forget about Xavier Legette. Let's just throw that one in the trash. You get somebody else for that. But the defense is young. Some nice young players over there that you can build around. And look, 8-9 is not a good year. That ain't good. But going toe to toe with what might be the favorite to win it all, still one of the top 2 or 3 favorites to win it all. That's something you can build on going into next year. But as far as the game, you said it all. We kind of nailed it. We both leaned to Carolina in the points. Both, obviously would have taken the Rams to win the game. And boy, did they make it a little bit more dicey than what I was hoping. So yeah, the football weekend started great for me with Indiana on Friday night and this one on was this Saturday? I guess.
Yeah, first game.
Yeah. So and then it all went to shit, and we can get to that.
Yeah, I didn't mention Indiana, the free pick of college, Indiana minus whatever they were against Miami. Was it 3.5? I don't remember what I gave. It didn't matter. It wasn't Miami. Sorry, it was who'd they play? Oregon.
Yeah.
That was destruction incarnate. Like fucking from the very first play. That was just an ass whooping. Yeah, sorry, I forgot to even mention that. That seems like a million years ago now.
Congratulations, Hoosiers.
Hoosiers. Go win that natty, baby. All right, let's move on to the Chicago and Green Bay game. Now, Longhorn did pick up 2 units actually in this game because he had Chicago +8 on a teaser.
The only 2 units.
And then he had Chicago second half -1, so good call there. I don't think I had Chicago as part of a teaser too. It didn't land for me, the other part of my teaser. I'll get to that in a little bit. But in this one, look, I gave out the trends on home teams in division since 2021. They're now 10-0 straight up, by the way, and 7-3 ATS home teams 2021 in the division in the playoffs. So just keep that in mind going forward. And then on the home division, and you won the previous game, 8-0, 6-2 ATS, yada yada yada. And this one I gave out. This is my only fucking loss that cost us the pizza money parlay on the free picks. Luther Burden over 3.5 catches. And this one really chaps my ass because he had 3 catches in like the first fucking quarter. And then him and Sugar Britches had a miscommunication that led to that fucking interception. And Sugar Britches was in fucking sensed because he actually just stopped running. It looked kind of going, but Sugar Britches clearly wanted him to cut in. And he didn't. He just stopped running. Sugar Britches threw the ball where he thought he was going to be. There was only a defender standing there waiting to intercept the ball. So then that was early on in the game. I think that was in the second quarter. After that, he literally didn't look at him the rest of the fucking game. So I thought what I had a sure win to go 2-0 on my free picks turned into a fucking loss. So that fucking sucked for me. As far as the game, look, it was another Chicago, just the way they do things. It was a fucking miracle comeback again. They are the fucking cardiac Bears. I said Jordan Love had a good matchup. I mean, he threw for 323, 7 yards a clip, 4 touchdowns, and no picks. Doesn't get a whole lot better than that. Now, Sugar Bridges had a pretty rough first half. He came back in the second half and does what he does. And then that throw, we talk about throws, that throw on 4th and 8. He's scrambling to his left. He leaves both of his feet and throws the ball up in the air to a dime. I mean, a literal dime with Odunze on the sideline in about a 2-foot fucking window. Comes down with it. The drive continues. The game continues, and the Bears go on to win. Look, I texted a few people like this kid's got sperm in his butthole and fucking ice water in his veins because that shit, he just keeps making. It's funny because you text me back. He's like he's the best 50% quarterback of all time, and I mean like his 50% is better than most guys' 70% because the throw. He's so maddening. He's got that. And you see Josh Allen still do this to this day. I mean, he did it a couple of weeks ago, 2-point conversion, wide open to Kincaid, just flat misses him. Josh Allen will just flat still miss throws and still do the most amazing things you've ever seen. It's the same thing with this kid. He just flat misses easy throws all the time. But yet he'll make some throws you're going, what the fuck did I just fucking see? I said it, we got drafted. He's just got that Mahomes type arm talent. He's got magic in him. And it doesn't always come out when you want it to, but this year it's come up roses for him so far, Longhorn. The Bears move on to host yet another playoff game in Soldier Field.
Yeah, it's just maddening. It's just a maddening team, maddening game for me. I feel like I was on the right side. I feel like I nailed the second half because, like, why wouldn't you? I mean, like the script was perfect, except Green Bay forgot to play defense in the fourth quarter, and everything breaks Chicago's way. I don't know how you bet against them, even though I'm probably going to do it again next week. Maybe, I don't know. But like, God damn it. Like, I mean, how can you just keep winning games like this? Chicago, 1-4 on fourth downs. They had 2 turnovers and won the game. Kicker for Green Bay misses 2 goddamn field goals and an extra point. It's like, how does all of this shit just keep fucking like, are they going to win the Super Bowl? I'm almost convinced that they're just going to win the fucking Super Bowl because, like, I mean, I don't know, man. It was just maddening. I felt like Green Bay for, I don't know, 3 1/4 of a quarter was the better team and displayed it.
You mean like the other 2 games? Also, like, it's been the same thing. And here's who I blame on this. It's not even Green Bay's defense. I blame Matt LaFleur. He does this all the fucking time. He gets up.
I'm going to rewatch this game. I'm going to rewatch this game because I know where you're going with that. And it's actually playing right now. Not that I'm going to have a good chance to like watch and dig into it, but like I was at a bar drinking. There's lots of, things going on. You don't get to watch a game intensely like you want to. So I want to rewatch this game, specifically the third and fourth quarter.
Rewatch the very first possession of the second half for Green Bay. They came out and ran the 3 worst plays that they probably could ever draw up and go 3 and out immediately. And that's the exact same thing they did in the second game versus Chicago.
Yeah, but it was
both of them.
Chicago only scored 3 points in the third quarter.
I know, but I'm talking about the offense for Green Bay just dies. It's like he turtles. I don't know if he calls all his good plays up front and has nothing left.
I need to see
against the Cowboys when they were up.
I would need to see a first half YPP and a second half YPP on that. That'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, I don't have that.
I feel like they moving the ball really wasn't the problem. It's just field goals is not what you want. You want 7s, but they did miss 2 field goals and an extra point. That's 7 more points. Obviously 7 more points.
Here's where I can prove you wrong already. Here's the third quarter possessions. 3 and out, 3 and out, 5 and out. 3 straight punts.
5 and out. Yeah. Got it for. Yeah, the fucking Bears defense obviously made some adjustments because like they look like they couldn't stop anything, and then like they look like 85 Bears out there. It was like what am I watching? Like they are pass rushing. They're making plays in the secondary. The linebackers are making plays. So I will go back and watch this game for sure. But that one burned me, and I don't want to do it yet.
Green Bay's first 3 possessions: touchdown, 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 and then missed field goal to end the half. Which when they did that, I was like, and then come out,
and the dickhead kicked it.
You get the ball. So like, okay, we can turn this momentum back. We're getting the ball to start the second half. They didn't stop us a single drive. They couldn't even make they didn't make a first down until 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Like, they couldn't even make a first down. Could not make a first down. And that was after the Bears kicked the field goal and Sugar Britches threw his second interception. So like, okay, they went punt. Oh, we got the ball, interception. Sweet. We can get this momentum right back. No, they kick it right back to them. Like, and then the defense holds Chicago to another field goal. And then, the fourth quarter, Green Bay, 3 and out, punt. Very first possession, fourth quarter. And then Chicago, touchdown. Then Green Bay, I thought when Green Bay scored and went 27-16, I was like, okay, that's it. That's the end of this run. And then Chicago scores the touchdown. Then, of course, Green Bay missed the field goal. Not that it would have mattered because, again, Chicago scored the touchdown. And then Green Bay had a chance at the end to come down and do it. They ruled the last play a fumble. That wasn't a fumble. The kid dropped the interception. Just a complete pass. I don't know. But either way, I've seen LaFleur do this too many times. He's done it against the Bears 3 times. It almost cost him all 3 wins. Remember, Sugar Britches threw the interception at the end of the first game in the end zone. So if he makes a better throw there, he might have lost all 3 to the Bears. He fucking gave up the Dallas game. They were up by 20 there. He fucking gives that up to a tie.
Yeah, there's something in there in the DNA there that's obviously an issue. I mean,
it's an issue. It is
obviously
an issue.
But yeah, that one sucked. I mean, that one kind of started the downhill. And then also it was 2 for like the trend that I backed that I just picked the wrong trends this weekend to back. There were some good trends that did okay. You mentioned some. There was all the underdogs went 4-2. You said the home teams did well. Like there were trends that were good. I backed the wrong ones. I backed the one that was 20-39 coming into the weekend. They left the weekend 23-39, 3-0. So that's fucking awesome. I love that.
Yep, you gotta love it when those fucking big trends just all go against you. All right, let's move on to my Jacksonville Jaguars. I knew they were going to win this game. I knew they weren't, so I didn't bet them. What did I had the under on this game. I had to fucking end up sweating that, which, by the way, boys and girls, if you take unders in playoff games, just know that you have to be so fucking dead right for the first 3 quarters to have any chance of hitting it. And I was for 3 quarters, and of course, the fourth quarter comes. Everything fucking explodes. It all goes fucking crazy. We did get to the window, though, for the under 52.5. If you got the late 52, that's fine.
Unders went 4-2. So if you were under trending, the trend on unders was good. It went 4-2. So
yeah, on this one, I had my free pick on this one I had 2 free picks. ETN over is 64.5. That cash, and then I had James Cook under is 80.
He went over 64.5 with 10 carries. That's
67 yards, baby.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I laid it out on the podcast perfectly. Buffalo, look, there was a hole there for Jacksonville to exploit. They did that, and I also laid out the fact that Buffalo was not going to be able to run the ball on this Jacksonville defense, and they could not.
Did they? Did they exploit it with 10 carries?
They ran for 6.7 yards per carry, sir. So
did they exploit it? What's the definition of exploit? It's not just success. It's repetitive success, like pounding it in your ass.
Well, that's a great point, and I guess we can get into that now. So I think that the young coach got a little bit out-coached in this one. He got a little over his skis, got a little pass happy when they were sitting there running the ball down Buffalo's throat. And all of a sudden, he decided, like, you know what? I'm tired of running it. Let's start throwing it against, I don't know, the 3rd or 2nd best pass defense
Unbelievable.
in the NFL. I told you on the podcast that
unbelievable.
Trevor was going to have a bad game. He had a terrible game. 6.9 yards per carry, 207 yards. Yeah, he had the 3 touchdowns. He also had 2 fucking interceptions. He was not good. You just knew going in he was not going to be good against this Buffalo passing game. And you had the success
he was good enough. Success. He was good enough to win the game against that defense. Like that's all on the coach. This is just infuriating game number 2 for me. I was so close to having a monster weekend. Just coin flip games like the Green Bay. This one could have gone. I'm not as mad at this one because let's face it, we got Josh Allen. You know, it's fine. Like I'm I'm not that mad at this one. The Green Bay one pissed me off a lot more, and there's another one that pissed me off even more. But yes, you're right. This and Buffalo coach is stupid, and he got out coached by a stupid fucking coach.
He
So
almost cost me the fucking
he
under.
should
It
have.
almost cost his team the fucking game.
He should have. Look, let's be honest. I love Josh Allen. We want him to win a Super Bowl. I hope they lose when we're in Vegas next weekend because you're not going to win it all with this goddamn coach. He's so fucking stupid with a minute left and 3 timeouts. Jacksonville has no timeouts. They did what Jacksonville wanted them to do. Exactly what they wanted them to do. Like, how stupid are you? So, I don't know, man. Like bad coaching job by Cohen, who I love. I think he's gonna. I think there's great things ahead for Jacksonville.
I'll give him a pass. It's his first
Yes.
game.
Yes, it's a learning
He
experience.
got a little lost. He got a little lost.
But again, I'm not upset I lost this game, but Jacksonville, I feel so bad for their like they should have won this game. Like this is a game they should have won. If they gave ATN the ball 20 times, they win this game. Just flat out, they fucking win this game.
They beat Buffalo by 1.1 yards per play. That should be that in itself an 8-point victory.
Yeah.
Like they controlled. I'm pretty sure they controlled. No, they didn't control time of possession. I thought they did. Huh?
You gotta run to do that.
That's true. Yeah. That was one where Jacksonville could have absolutely won the game. Probably should have won the game. And then in the end, I thought I got fucked on my under because dumbass is like, oh, there's a minute left. You have no timeouts. We're on the 1. I've got Josh Allen. I could just go down and leave about 20 seconds on the clock, take one of my 3 fucking timeouts,
and then have 3 plays.
And then have 3 plays.
Yes.
3 times for Josh Allen to lean in, which you're going to let him do. Like,
it is
that, I was like, you
egregious
idiot.
It is egregious. And
I walked out of the room. I was watching the game at home. I hadn't made it to the bar yet. I fucking walked out of the room. I was like, I'm getting a shower. I'm going to the bar to get drunk because this motherfucker just cost me a fucking slam dunk under that had been under the whole fucking game, and you just fucked me out of it. And then I got lucky.
I am just convinced. I am straight up convinced. I talked about in the preseason pod that I wanted Buffalo to lose in the playoffs, which they probably will next week because the coach is awful. And I wanted a Shane Steichen type coach to finally make his way to Buffalo and actually get this team over the hump because I am 100% convinced you cannot win a Super Bowl with a coach that fucking stupid. We saw him blunder the end of the Kansas City game a few years ago. It easily could have made that 0 chance for KC to win, left the door open. And of course, you leave the door open for Mahomes, which the further you go into playoffs, look, they're gonna kick that door open if you leave it fucking cracked. So this is gonna happen, and I'm just convinced they can't win it. That coach quarterback combo cannot win, and it ain't Josh Allen's fault. So the other one's got to go.
Yeah, because once you get in the playoffs, there are no more fucking Sundays where you get to play the fucking Raiders or whoever else that won't take advantage of all your fucking stupid ass coaching decisions. You got to play the best of the best, and eventually
now they're playing Denver and Sean Payton, and you leave a door cracked against him, you better hope Bo Nix fucks it up, I guess.
Yep, that's your only hope. That's your only hope, Apple Zappa. All right, let's move on to the Philadelphia-San Francisco game. On this one, I had Philly minus 2.5 first half. That did cash. Team total at San Fran was a push on the 10. That really chapped my fucking ass if they hit that one fucking explosive play in the whole first fucking half. But whatever. We'll take the 1-0 there. Free pick here. I had Jalen Hurts under 32.5 rushing yards, which is funny. It's the one I had the least confidence in and the one that Longhorn hated the most. Of course, it hits. And the one we both love, the fucking over for Burden. Nah, that's the one that's going to fuck me. On this one, though, it didn't, like, I thought Philly, I predict. Oh, my God. I didn't see how close I got. So on the podcast, I said I had San Fran winning 23-21. They won 23-19. God damn. Almost nailed that one straight up. But the power rankings, I had San Fran 2. I made the Philly game minus 2. It got up to 6. I don't know why I didn't put it out at 6. I knew that number was way too fucking high.
Yeah,
this fucking Philly team doesn't fucking beat anybody by margin anyway. So, like,
agreed.
I knew that was – I should have fucking slammed that in. I just didn't fucking do it. So
yeah, me too. That's missed by me too. I don't know why. It was just dumb. But
in the game, I mean, Philly, again, they controlled this game for most of it. And then in the end, dude, Look, I said Barkley should have a good game. He did, 106 yards. They only ran for 3.9 yards per carry. But that was mostly because Hurts was so bad at running, which was the reason why I gave the free pick. I didn't think he was going to run very much, but he only had 5 carries. And on top of that, again, San Francisco's 7th best defense against design runs. Now, they're not going to have to worry about that with Sam Darnold, so it's not going to be an advantage for them. But the only thing the shitty defense does well is stop design runs by the quarterback, and that's not going to be a problem. I don't see Seattle calling a lot of design runs for Sammy D up there in Seattle, so I don't know if they're going to have any advantage versus that team, but we'll get into that next week. In this one, though, look, Hurts is so bad. I've been talking about it for years now. He's so bad. 4.8 yards per attempt. Like, you can't – if everything doesn't go right around him, which it pretty much did in this game.
Well, you mean besides all the drops?
Yeah, now that is a problem. But
major drops.
Yeah.
It still wouldn't have been a great stat line, but it never is with him. So it just
But that's the thing, is he needs everything. He can't overcome drops. He can't overcome interceptions, which he never throws interceptions. He didn't in this one either. He never does. But he also never makes a fucking throw. You never see him like make a play like a Josh Allen makes or like a Sugar Bridges makes or like Mahomes. He never makes that big play. He either throws down the line on a go route. It's a safe throw to either Smith or fucking big A.J. Brown. Those balls don't get intercepted. They go incomplete, fine. They don't get picked off. He never throws anything deep down the middle of the fucking field or over the middle where all the trouble.
No, it's usually an out route or a something. But he usually hits them though. That's the thing, is like he usually makes the play to win the game. I mean, like, look, we'll talk about quarterbacks later that we don't like because they can't win the big game. Well, you can't have it both ways. Like, this is a guy that doesn't put up the best numbers but wins these big games, except for this one. So it's, I don't know, man. Like,
he has won a Super Bowl, so I got to give him that.
And gone to 2 and had great games in him. But the running thing, I don't know, man. Like, maybe, I mean, he is older. I mean, he was in college for quite a while. He's a running quarterback. He might have a short window to where, like, if he's hit the brick wall because he's a running quarterback and taking a lot of hits, maybe he's going to have that it's going to go from like, okay, he was a guy you could always count on to win these games to where, like, okay, it's going to fall off a cliff. So we'll see what they do in the offseason with offensive coordinators. We'll see what they do with A.J. Brown.
He already fired his offensive coordinator.
Oh, he did finally? Okay.
Yeah,
that's good. Should have done that about in October, probably. Don't hire your friends to run your offense. I would suggest that. Just another, and this was the most infuriating game to me. Like, I had a 3-game stretch where I was about ready to just crack open the Jack Daniels and say I'm done with this shit. Like, I can't tell you. I mean, the way the teams that I was on were losing these games, I was just fucking at my breaking point. And Philly with another one. Here's a trend for it. This isn't even a trend. This is just a stat. The last 40 years, and I saw this stat going around in several places, so it's double confirmed. A playoff team that had no turnovers in the game, which Philly did, had 35 minutes of possession or more, which Philly did. They're 28-2 straight up at home. Like, just again, like, how are you losing this game? And I mentioned the drops.
They lost it. 4.3 yards per play.
Yeah, well, I mean, I mentioned the drops.
They should have lost by 20 is what they should have lost by. If Sam Brady didn't turn the ball over twice, they should have lost by 20. Philadelphia offense sucks.
Oh, I'm not defending the offense, but, like, I mean, you got to catch the ball. If you're A.J. Brown, you're chirping all goddamn year. You've been chirping for 2 years. You can't go out there and do that. And then once he started dropping the ball and the coach yelled at him, I mean, you talk about the most pouty, pissy pants fucking
And he was yelling at him to get off the fucking field because they were punting, and he was drag-assing off the field. And he's like, hey, man, get the fuck off the field.
Which I didn't mind because those two have been yelling at each other for years, and I thought that it would, like, light a fire in A.J. Brown. It didn't. He went like a little fucking 5-year-old and pouted the rest of the game, was half-ass running routes. When he finally did get the ball thrown to him, it was dropping them. It's like, dude, that's just pathetic. It was pathetic is what it was.
Not only that, his fucking front-running bitch ass, who loves to fucking chirp on all these goddamn podcasts and talk this and talk that, and most of the time I do agree with him as far as the quarterback play. However, After the game, when it's time to man up and fucking face the media and say, yeah, my bad, I dropped. Nah, he ditched. He fucking left the locker room.
Oh,
He
yeah,
didn't
yeah,
talk
yeah.
to nobody.
Yeah, he didn't even talk to me. Yeah,
You're a
yeah.
fucking cunt, is what you're. You're a giant cunt.
And the last thing I'm gonna say on this game, and if you've listened to this podcast through the years, you know I never ever bring up the refs. I just don't do it. It's not something that's part of what I do. But like, I mean, come on, the home team 7 penalties and the road team 1, and Trent Williams is out there just fucking riding people. Like, I mean, come on.
He couldn't move.
It was I mean, like, look, man, it is what it is. I mean, maybe it's just a bad day for the refs. Everybody can have a bad day, but I was like, holy shit, like that's how you lose, along with the drops and the Hurts couldn't run the ball or refused to, or whatever the case was, the penalties, the AJ Brown. That's how you lose something that's 28-2 at home, straight up trend. Like that's how that happens.
Yeah, on the Hurts running thing, I don't know if he's hurt or what. There's no explosiveness to him. I'll say that.
Yeah, I was gonna look up his.
And he always does the loafing thing. Like, he always just loafs the sideline. But that's usually because he's athletic enough just to get the yards he needs and gets out of bounds. He never gets hit. I've never had a problem with it, because when he really does need it, and we've seen this in the playoffs, when he goes upfield and he's like, yo, I need it, it's go. Like, he turns on the Jets and he can fucking go.
Yeah, he did have a 11 or 12 yard run to get called back, of course, by a penalty. But they didn't. They stopped calling it. So I don't know. I was going to look up Jalen Hurts rush yards this year versus other years to see if there was a drop.
He's had a pretty good year, but I don't know what his totals were.
Yeah, so I don't know. Just infuriating game number 3 in a row, and you'll have to talk about the next game, because I was so fucking mad at this point that I barely fucking watched the Chargers one. So I had pretty much just checked out.
Well, you didn't miss much, sir. So on this one for the clients, I gave out the under 46.5. Needless to say, I didn't have to sweat this one at all. Free pick number 6, didn't have to sweat that at all either, because it came in New England's first possession. I said Drake May, 2-throw pick plus 101. Thank you very much. Drake May throws a pick inside their own 10-yard line. Now, I didn't like that because I had the under. It was the first fucking possession. The guy's like, fuck, he's going to fuck me. I'm going to win and get fucked at the same time. But like I talked about the podcast, the Chargers suck balls in the red zone. They can't fucking score. They can't run the ball in the fucking lower red zone. And New England is great at stopping the run in the lower red zone. It was a recipe for disaster for the Chargers and for the under. Longhorn was, oh yeah, you were on the Chargers plus 3.5.
Yeah, I put him in because
you took your boy who always shrinks like a bitch in the playoffs.
That's true. That jackass. I was just playing that trend. I leaned into that trend, and it was 0-2 coming into this game.
He was 0-2, and I was like, Herbert's gonna fucking win. There's no way this is going 0-3.
Well, he didn't have to win. He just had to. I mean, just lose by 3. Yeah. So, but yeah, look, it's like I said about Hurts. I like quarterbacks that win. This is the thing now. Until Herbert wins in the playoffs, like, you're right. Like, why would you bet on Herbert? Certainly to win. I mean, like, if he's a dog, though, he's usually a good dog player, and he had the trend backing him up. So I don't mind the 3.5. I would probably play that again, to be honest with you. So, like, I mean, you tell me.
New England fucking scored a ton to put them out of the fucking cover. They
right.
scored 16 fucking points, which I said that on the podcast too, which is why I like that. And I said Drake May is gonna fucking struggle, and struggle he did. Now he did have 9.2 yards per attempt, but he didn't look great doing it. There were some broken tackles. It's a pretty sloppy defense that we really haven't seen all year from the Chargers. But neither running game was ever going to do good. It didn't do much. Herbs, I said he wasn't going to have the best game. Now, I didn't predict him to be as bad as he was. I got to be honest with that. 159 yards on 5.1 yards per attempt. No touchdowns yet again. I think I saw the stat that Juwan Jennings has more touchdown passes in the playoffs than Justin Herbert does. Yikes.
It's gonna be like it's just gonna be it's his narrative now. So he's got 10 years to change it, but I mean,
I don't know where they go in the offseason. I mean, I know they're not going to fire Harbaugh. I've never been a Harbaugh guy ever. He's a stupid man. He was a stupid player. I don't believe in him as a coach at all. I get that he's good now. No, I don't. I never have. I know he's good for fucking raw and culture and shit or whatever, and he's changed that in the Chargers. But like, you got to have a guy that's going to take Herbert to the next level, because clearly he can't do it on his own. So, talking about hiring friends for coordinators. It's time to take a fucking look inside that building right now. Because, again, I know, and it's always the injuries, but they're always fucking injured. So do something different. I don't know what to do. I don't have any answers. I'm not a personal fucking trainer, but somewhere, somehow, some way, you got to change that. You got to keep people healthy.
That Greg Roman, like, I can't believe that's still a thing that's happening in the NFL. Like, I mean, doesn't that go back to like when he was at San Francisco with Greg Roman days? Like, I mean, come on, dude. Like, I'm not saying that's
changes.
I'm not saying that's the reason. I'm not saying it'd be better, but like, I don't think the Greg
much worse.
Yeah, the Greg Roman thing. I don't think that's what's gonna do it. But look, I mean, to play devil's advocate, like, if Herbert's not the guy that you wanted to like build the offense around him, like if you're a person that believes just not.
I'm not saying that he's not the guy. I mean, he has all the tools. Like in this day and age in the NFL, like I used to be like, yeah, get rid of his ass. In this day and age in the NFL, if you got a guy that has the tools, goddamn it, figure it out. Jalen Hurts won a fucking Super Bowl and he can't throw a ball to a tomato can.
So then figuring it out would be building a running game like a Harbaugh type team.
They've tried that. It doesn't work. Mean, like his old schemes do not fucking work. The league has figured that out. They figured it out. Last year, yeah. This year, no. They figured it out. Like you got to go find yourself an innovative young fucking guy, get a new mind in there, get some fresh fucking blood. They're not going to fire Harbaugh. He's there to stay, which is fine. Like I said, he's a good culture guy. I don't believe in him as a head coach. I don't think he's special at all. Again, he's stupid. So I don't like having a stupid guy as my CEO. I really don't. But that's just me.
All right.
And I don't think he's the dude to. I don't know that he's the dude to put the pieces together to elevate Herbert to the next level.
Well,
and Herbert's not going anywhere. Like you can't get rid of a dude that's 6'5" and has every fucking tool. I don't give a fuck how big of a bitch he is, and he is most certainly a bitch. He always has been. But figure it out. Figure it the fuck out. Jalen Hurts won a goddamn Super Bowl. Figure it out.
Jalen Hurts, by the way, his lowest rushing total. He went from 630 to 421. So it's all trending down on the rushing, which is if that continues, it's going to be he's near the end for sure.
Yeah, because he's not good enough on his own with his arm.
No, he's specific for what he's been doing for the last 1, 2, 3 for like 6 years. I mean, like it's so yeah, it might be coming to the end over there, and thank God. I'm kind of tired of the fucking Philly.
I can't watch them play. Like watching them play offense makes my dick shrivel.
And Barkley might be fucking washed too. Like I don't know, maybe he'll bounce back with some rest in the offseason, but holy shit, dude, that motherfucker looks so washed now. Went from like unstoppable last year, 2,000 plus yards.
Yeah, that was kind of predictable though. We both talked about that in the preseason. Like,
okay, but is he going to bounce back? Is he going to bounce back though? That's the thing.
Question. Like, is he generational? Because the generational guys do bounce back, and Derrick Henry is there. You got to put Adrian Peterson, Derrick Henry in different categories. They just, for whatever reason, they're bionic people and they just don't stop. But whatever.
I feel like they rode Barkley a lot this year. I mean, obviously not to the point that they did last year, but I mean, I feel like he had a fuck ton.
Yeah, I mean, he had a shit ton of usage again. He had fucking 3 catches in this one. Again, like you're gonna use your best player. He is their best player. Like you're gonna use that dude. I don't know what the answer is other than rest him. Yeah, like you said, maybe without the extended playoff run.
Yeah, that's true.
Time off, whatever. We'll see.
I hope he's help.
Not done, but he might be. I don't know. I'm so fucking tired of watching Philly. Like again, they spared us to death all last year and in the playoffs, all the way to the fucking Super Bowl. I'm so glad they're gone. I hate them. I hate their stupid fans. So I'm glad they're fucking gone.
He had 280 carries this year, 345 last year. So, yeah, but still, 280. 280 is like his third most of his entire career. So it's not like he was like low.
Which is crazy because he never could stay healthy, and then all of a sudden he gets to Philly and he's healthy, for 2 straight years. By the way, I think that was the most amazing stat I saw. It came out of the weekend, and it's not even impressive, except that it is because it hadn't happened since the 40s. Sugar Bridges has had the longest starting streak of any Chicago quarterback since like the 1940s. How the fuck is that possible?
I don't know. It feels like he's barely been there.
I know. Like, god damn, how bad did y'all have been? Y'all have been so poverty at that position for so fucking long. Good Lord.
That's why they got the horseshoe up their ass, because they picked the right person at the right time with the right coach, I will say.
With the right fucking coach, yeah. Dude, now I will say, we can get back into that this next week's spot, but just to wrap that game up, he was a little over his skis in the first half too. He was too aggressive, too early. He put his defense in very bad positions several times. Like, bro, I know that's your DNA and I get it, and he's going to continue to do it. He's not going to change. So
not this year.
They're just going to have to execute.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the last game. It was the Monday Night Football. Fuck you. On this one, I got to admit, I went to bed at halftime because I had Houston team total under 21.5. And Pittsburgh was the second part of my teaser at +9. And it was 7-6 at halftime. So I said, yeah, I'm tired. Looks like I'm about to go 6-0 on the weekend. See you later. I'll wake up a happy boy tomorrow morning. And it turns out, Longhorn, that that didn't happen. And I'll just make this the "Are you fucking kidding me?" of the weekend, because I was like, hey, how did Houston score 30 points with that shitty offense on the road? It didn't match up well against this defense. Oh, that's right. They didn't. They got two, not one, two defensive touchdowns to get to 30 points, which means they would have scored 16 points without those defensive touchdowns. Thank you very much, Aaron Rodgers, you old fuck. You can go die now. It's been a good run. Good night, sweet prince. Get the fuck out. Get out. I can't, I just knew I was going to wake up and win. Longhorn, I'm sure you watched the end of this one, so I'll let you take it away. I will say that if you have not heard the news, Mike Tomlin did step down from the head coach job. Look, they weren't going to fire him. That's not what they do. It was just a mutual part. Like, hey, they kind of probably looked at each other in the hallway after the game, like,
it's time.
Yeah, it's time.
Seems like a good time.
I mean, that dude doesn't want to go through losing more. I mean, he has not won a playoff game since what, 2012, whatever it is. It's been over a decade.
I guess he's going to probably sit. He's probably one of the sit out a year, go to TV, and kind of take a chill year.
He will kill TV. His personality, he is going to be the next fucking rock star on television for sure. And I don't know why he would ever coach again. You're a made fucking guy. You got your fucking Super Bowl.
Because coach is coach, man. That's what they do.
A coward never came back after that, though.
That's
he got
true.
his Super Bowl and he fucking left.
He's the exception. Like, usually they always come back.
Usually they all come back from one more nibble. Usually they do come back from one more nibble. But yeah.
This game,
though, just real quick to recap that I said that, Aaron Rodgers is going to have a terrible game. He did. I said CJ would be what his normally was and looked like he was, 250, 7.8. That's fine. Now I don't like the fact that I saw that he was like gloating and everything, against the fans. Which whatever, you can talk your shit. It's the end of a fucking playoff game. It is what it is. But bro, you put up 16 points and you weren't particularly good. But whatever. I'm just bitter because I lost both my bets. So Longhorn, tell me about me losing both my bets in the second half when I just assumed it all went to plan. What?
Well, like I said, losing weekend for me for sure. Bad weekend. I wouldn't change any of my picks, to be honest with you. Like I would go into with all the same picks because I picked the trends that I wanted to back. They were just the wrong ones. The mistakes that I made was not, like you said, not banging in San Fran at +6 because I was so heavy on Philly just to win the game. And then the second mistake, and probably because I was just so at this point just pissed off at the weekend and the way it was going. The second half, and I was even texting friends, like, this is going to be a massacre in the second half. They're down 7-6, and they're up 2-0 in turnovers. Like, do you know how disastrous this is about to get for Pittsburgh in the second half? Why did I not bang in a second half pick on Houston at whatever the number was? Wouldn't have mattered.
Oh my God, they didn't score in the third quarter either. So I went to the fourth quarter with a team total under 21.5 with 7 points, and I had +9, and I lost both. Oh my fucking God.
That fourth quarter was infuriating. That's the word of the fucking weekend for me. It's just infuriating. But they weren't good enough. They just weren't. They were not good enough. So it's that made 22-3 now. Pittsburgh is on Monday Night Football. So they were 22-2. So that's a loss. They were fun. I was going with some trends that had a lot of do on them. The wrong way for me. So it is what it is, man. I mean, they're just not as good as Houston. And like, look, Stroud played. If you take away the turnovers, the disastrous turnovers, he was actually not that bad.
Yeah, it's about his normal game.
Yeah. Now Nico Collins getting hurt, another concussion. That's not good going forward. That's not good.
That dude doesn't retire.
They're gonna have to win.
Kirk had 144 yards. What is it? Fucking 2015.
And that's the deal with this Houston team is like 1 week it'll be Kirk, then it'll be Higgins, and then sometimes it's a little bit of Noel and like Xavier Hutchinson will just pop out of nowhere and have like 70 yards. So they are more than just Nico Collins. But again, the further you get in these playoffs, you need your studs to win these games. Now they do have the luxury of having the best defense left in the fucking playoffs. So can they win game 17 to 16? Of course, all the way through. They could seriously win the Super Bowl. There's no doubt about it. They can win the Super Bowl. But yeah, this game was that fourth quarter. I sat there and watched every goddamn second of that because I just was I just wanted to soak in the shittiness of the weekend one last bit and take it all in.
I am so glad that I went to bed so happy because I had such a great fucking weekend.
It is better that way. It is better just to wake up, and especially when
I wake up and I'm like,
you're just 4. I mean, you were 4-2, so it's not like, oh no, oh my god, let me throw something because I wasn't 6-0. It's like, I'm 4-2. That sucks.
Yeah, but just looking at this box score, they're like, okay, well, I'm sure they started scoring in the third. Maybe had a big play. So now, no points until the fourth quarter, and then 23. And 2 of those defensive touchdowns.
It was just when you watched it, it was almost like Pittsburgh was using every ounce of Tomlin raw energy to keep that game at 7-6 for as long as they possibly could. It's like they're hanging off the bridge and they got one finger left.
One touchdown.
They had one finger left holding onto the bridge of raw Tomlin. Let's keep this close. Maybe we get a field goal to win it. And as soon as they let go, 23 points unanswered. So that's how that went.
Mason Rudolph got some burn. I see. He got to throw a pass for 2 yards.
I stand corrected. I did not watch every fucking snap of this game because I did not see that.
Apparently, he got one pass for 2 yards, so that's good. I'm sure that was probably the last drive of the game that did not matter at all. Oh my God. Fucking 23 points in the fourth quarter. 2 defensive scores. Yikes. That's another team, though, and Houston's kind of been like this for a couple years. I'll say this, though. They're better now. They were kind of that horseshoe up their ass team. Remember Stroud's rookie year, and then it ended in the divisional when we had them going to Kansas City or wherever we had them going, then it got smoked. And then last year, same thing. They won the first round, and they went on the road and got smoked again. This year, though, like you said, they are the best defense. They've been the best defense in the NFL the entire year. And obviously they're the best one left because they've been the best the entire fucking year. Then that defense travels, so there ain't nothing fake about it. They're definitely live everywhere they fucking go because that's the kind of defense that can hold you in games when you have, an offense that sputters at times for sure, especially against better defenses. Quarterback play is a little bit limited in certain matchups. So
they're a good young team though. Like, I mean, this is a team that has
legit.
four draft picks from last draft picks class playing. 3 of them are starters, and Noel runs in the 3 or 4 wide receiver set. 3. I mean, you got 4 significant starters /
one of them's like a fucking all-pro and Will Smith.
No. I mean, from just last year's class, rookies starting.
Got it.
Just rookies, like the left tackle or right tackle. I can't remember where they banged them. Obviously, the 2 Ohio State or Iowa State receivers, and then Woody Marsh, who they got in the 5th round out of USC. That dude went for 112 yards. Like, I mean, just that's a good rookie class when you are already a division champ, expected to win the division again this year. Like that means that this organization is doing things the right way. Future's bright, so that's a good thing for them.
They won the division 2 years in a row. They didn't win it this year.
Oh, that's right. They didn't win this year.
No.
Well, they went 12-5.
My Jaguars, sir.
I mean, they went 12-5. So that's
stronger than 12-5. You want to knock off my Jaguars? All right.
I guess so. Yeah. That's back when Jackson remember they could run the ball. I remember that.
Yeah. Well, they stopped. We didn't want to run it though. It's too much. It's a lot of effort. It's a lot of effort to run the ball.
Just a kick in the dick weekend for me. I fucking hated it. It just coin flips that nothing went my way, and we're moving on to Cincinnati.
Moving on to Cincinnati. All right. Well, that was the good. Like I said, great weekend for your boy Bo Stevens. The bad and the are you fucking kidding me? All right, divisional weekend coming up, boys and girls. We won't spend a lot of time here. There's only 4 games to go. We'll break them all down on the Big Pod on Thursday. Longhorn and I will be in Vegas this weekend, as we always are for divisional weekend. We got some great matchups coming up. I don't know that we got a bad game on the board, Longhorn. I don't know if we got a bad game. And that was the funny thing about Wildcard weekend last year. Remember, it was so shitty. All those games were so bad. This year there was only 2 duds. Of course, it was the last 2. I can't even say Houston's Pittsburgh was a dud if it was 7-6 in the fourth quarter. That ain't no dud.
It ended up being a dud.
It ended up as a dud, but yeah, the Chargers.
It was a great game for 3 quarters. Yeah,
the Chargers New England game was just fucking ugly the whole time. The Chargers literally could not get a first down, and New England just spared us to death for 4 quarters with their offense. So that was a shit game, and I watched all of that one, unfortunately. But the rest,
I love the
matchups.
Fantastic. I love the matchups this weekend. I don't know that I would shuffle it really any other way, honestly. Maybe San Fran going to Chicago.
Yeah, I'd like to saw there.
Maybe that, but I mean, fuck, man, this is gonna be. I can't wait.
But if the chalk holds out, we get the Rams at Seattle for the NFC Championship game for the 2 teams that I don't know. We said around week 10, like these 2 teams are clearly separating themselves from every fucking body else. So
yeah,
we'll see. We'll see how healthy Stafford is by the time his finger could fall off and he's not going to get listed in the injury report because you know how Sean McVay does things. So who fucking knows? I don't know. You had a better look at that than I did though, as far as his finger. You said he didn't look right for quite a while there.
Oh no, like he couldn't throw for. I mean. Wasn't that the second quarter? I think it was the second quarter it happened until that fourth quarter when he made that drive kind of was when he, I guess, shook it off or who the fuck knows. I mean, he puts on his cape a different way than Josh Allen, but that dude puts on his fucking cape too. So like it's you want the ball in that dude's hands. And you know, we'll talk about that if it goes chalk and it is Rams versus Seattle. If Darnold can get past San Fran, which question mark with that guy. Like at this time of the year,
that guy.
At this time of year, you want the guys with the cape because you know these are going to be, you would think, close games. Going to come down to the end, lots of pressure, lots and lots of pressure. So the guys with the cape at the end, and that could be coach and quarterback. Don't forget, coaches can have capes too. They can make decisions that change the course of these tight games at this time of the year. So like I'm looking at coach quarterback combinations that have the ability to change the game with one play or one decision in the next couple of weeks. So can't wait. I don't know if you just want to skip kind of the look ahead and save it for Thursday.
Yeah, pretty much. I'd say who's your. I would have to say if you give me a combo, obviously McVay and Stafford would be my number 1 seed as far as coach quarterback combo.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely the one you look at because you got deficiencies at Buffalo at coach. You got deficiencies in Denver at quarterback. You got deficiencies at quarterback in Seattle. We don't know about him when the pressure gets super, super tight.
I'm shocked on that line opened 6. It opened at 6 online on my book. It's like, God damn, they're giving San Francisco.
Well, it got up to 7.5.
It's still 7.5.
Yeah, I'm showing 7, but yeah, 7.5.
Slammed Seattle. Slammed.
We'll talk about that. That's it's too high.
I was shocked to see that.
It's too high.
It's a bit high.
What do you mean it's too high? It's fucking gone. I mean, it doesn't even fucking matter. So like, yeah.
Yeah. That would be my 1 seed because look, we all know Shanny's fucking thing in the playoffs. He's the biggest choking bitch there ever has been. There ever was a fucking choking bitch.
That is true.
That is his fucking legacy. He will forever be his legacy.
And see, we've got a couple of coach quarterback combos that we don't know about yet with Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson. When the pressure gets this tight this late in the year, we don't know about that. We don't know about Drake May and Mike Vrabel this late in the year. So like
Drake May.
Yeah, so well, I refuse to say that, but it's I don't know. Like
kiddo owed me some money throwing that fucking pick. I loved it.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
and you know what? Fucking what's his name down in Houston? That dude's rock solid as the fucking gets as far as the head coach goes. I fucking love that dude.
Yeah, but we don't. That was their first playoff win. So like
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, like they need their young team.
That was against a dead quarterback walking.
I know. So yeah, we got some things to look into as I'm watching Caleb Williams and the replay of this kick in the nuts that I took last Saturday night. So that's always fun. I don't know. We'll pick all the winners because like let's put it this way, I'm fucking due. Like I'm actually glad that weekend's behind me and get that over with.
On the due factor now, baby.
Oh my god, I'm ready to pick all the right sides. Going to Vegas, going to lay some heavy money on all of them. So can't wait.
Can't wait. All right, tell about the Fabulous Patreon one more time. Let's get out of here.
All right, go to that Patreon page, patreon.com/bet_FGH, and sign up. It's not too late. It's getting late. It's getting late early around here. So for Bo Stevens, I am Longhorn. We are FGH. No matter how you find us, when you think about betting on football, think FGH and never pay a bookie again. Come on.
Ah, damn it. People never pay a bookie again. Steven Tyler, take it out, baby.